Alright, this is Robert reporting for Republic Rising again. I've had a couple people ask me about my aquaponics thing that I have set up here. And it's a very simple system. It's essentially where you use fish as the nutrients for the plants that you'll be growing. And the plants that I'll be growing, as you can see, are in the early process, so I'm not quite ready to set them in just yet. And it's a completely self-contained loop to where you don't need to do anything. And it helps grow your plants with 1/10 the water that you would normally use for farming and all that. And as you can see, it's about to start working itself right here. The main thing about this aquaponics system is this bell siphon. That is the key to the whole thing right here. Because as you can see, it's very simple. I just got about a 45-gallon tub right in here. Right now it's got about, I believe my number is at 17 goldfish in there, but they're just in there for the purpose of helping me build the bacterias and stuff that I need that will be here in this grow media that's going to help turn the ammonia that's in the fish's urine and all that stuff, that's going to turn it into the nitrites and nitrates that the plants are going to take up and help them grow real simple. And as you can see, because it's completely self-sustaining, because it will automatically drain itself once it gets to a full level. You see, I didn't do a thing, and it's draining itself right there. So it's completely automated. The only thing I've had to plug in is obviously the pump right there in back, which you can't see that well, but you see the tube go running right up into the back, splits right there, and I got the little levers so I can control how much water I want going in and out. And you got to tinker with that to make sure you get the right level to make sure the bell siphons work real well. But as you can see, just real simple system, real simple. I mean, it cost me maybe about 150 bucks to set this up. And inside each of those cups, that's where I'll be placing the plants. So as you can see, I should get a decent little yield out of each one of my grows. And they say, I haven't had a grow yet in this, but they say you can grow your food in right about half the time usually. Because they are getting so much nutrients so much quicker than what you would normally be growing in than outside just in normal soil and all that. But the only difference is I'm just going to need to place some glow lights or some grow lights right up on top when time comes to place my plants in there. But as you can see, it's extremely simple, and I'll show you what the bell siphon is as soon as this guy shuts off right there. But it works all upon itself. You don't have to touch it once it gets running and all that. Very easy to work with. But as you can see, once the water drains out, I got my cups in there that will hold up the styrofoam that keeps it afloat to make sure obviously the plants don't get submerged and all that, and it gives the roots oxygen every now and then. I got the system's essentially set up on, it seems about a 12-minute cycle, and as you can see, I have not touched it. Once it gets to the point where it's going to drain itself to the level I want, which is usually right about where I've placed the grow media, shuts itself off perfectly. And then it's obviously going to start filling back up, and I've got it to where it gets right about to this level. It'll kick on and drain itself right there. So it continuously keeps going and going and going. It's a beautiful little system. And let's see here. What else? Oh yeah, the bell siphon. Alright, so what essentially this is you got the big PVC pipe on the outside to obviously prevent your media and all that stuff from going in there and being sucked down your tubes into your fish tank. But all it is obviously you just want a big old PVC pipe, a bunch of holes in it, and whatnot right there. And all it is another PVC pipe with just some slits on the bottom. And however high you set up those slits, that's where it's gonna, that's the level of water you're telling the grow bed you want it at. So obviously the higher up you set it is the higher the water will just maintain. So you want to cut it fairly low, just a couple inches, as you can see what I have right there. That's about what you want. And then inside of it is just another PVC that obviously connects down there, and there we go. See? Got my second one triggered right there. Didn't even have to touch it. Very simple system. Very simple. I'm liking it. And obviously these are the plants that I'll be growing first, so I'll show you what they are. I've got some basil. These will be my jalapenos. These are, oddly enough, they don't look like it, but it's lettuce. These guys are my okra, growing very tall. And this is my cilantro. Now what they say for the aquaponics is greens. Greens and herbs are the best things to use. They grow the best. I mean, you can grow most things. A couple, obviously, like the underground foods like carrots or potatoes, it's obviously you can't do it in this system. But those are simple enough to grow outside. So as you can see, not much work at all. I mean, it probably took me cumulatively probably about 5 hours to get this thing completely set up from beginning to end. Obviously, my most detailed work is just cutting the holes to the right size of these cups, and then, see, I got little slits in there where I'm going to be placing the roots, but what I think I'm going to do is give it little bigger holes like I have in this guy right there, so that way the roots can sprout out of the cups a little bit and grab as much nutrients as they can. Because these things are just going to be flooded with nutrients with, obviously, the fish and all that down there. Now, they say the best fish are usually like the tilapia, catfish, carps, essentially. Those are the best things to grow. But right now, I just got the goldfish in there, so that way I can get the system started and get the bacteria built up in here that I need. But, outside of that, that's pretty much the system. Everyone has their own little, for the most part, unique little system. You can alter it a lot. I've seen people use essentially like just the round PVCs that are essentially that big, and they just run the water straight through there. Obviously, it's horizontal, goes straight in. Beautiful little systems. You know, you can do it a lot of ways. You just get imaginative with it. It's a lot of fun. But yeah, this is my aquaponics system. I've got it set up just downstairs. I mean, and very soon, obviously, because I got these guys sprouting, I should be able to place them in there real shortly. Hopefully within the next couple days I'll be placing them in there, and I'll give you a little update about a week or so into it and show you just how quickly these things grow. But as you can see, it's just completely self-contained system, does everything by itself. You don't really need to do anything. The only add-in that you really need to do is every now and then, once you got the plants in there, obviously, and the fish down there, and a little bit of evaporation, you just add a little bit of water. I'd say maybe once a week you add a pitcher of water. I mean, that would be like maybe pushing it at times, but just a little bit of water. See, completely closed loop system, does all the work it needs to, does it all by itself. So, if you guys got any questions or comments, please ask, and if you got any little tips that you think might help me do this too, because I know there's a lot of people out there that do this. I'm a rookie at this. I would take any information you guys would be willing to give me. So thanks for the time. Thanks for looking at this video. And this is Robert Manley with Republic Rising in the do-it-yourself section, and learning how to be self-sustainable and grow your own food, because who knows what's going to happen in the future. Nobody knows for sure. That is for certain. And to always rely on stores to have what you need, that is sadly not the way to go. You need to be able to grow your own food. If you cannot grow your own food, you are not independent. And quite frankly, I like to be independent. I like to do what I want, when I want to do it, how I want to do it. And that probably just pissed off a bunch of the globalists that might watch this. So, we'll see what happens from there. But oh well, see, very system, just PVC pipes, tub, some rocks, styrofoam cups. I mean, bam. And then you got yourself an aquaponics system where you could be growing yourself lettuce, basils, tomatoes, you know, just most things you can grow out of this. It is awesome. I love it. So, I hope you guys like this video, and let me know what you think. Have yourselves a fantastic day.